All right, got my first video devlog here. Argon Assault I've been playing, and I've got some targeting set up here with the gamepad so that we can control the targeting reticule, alright, with the gamepad. So alright, let's check out how this works. Freeze it here, and so we can shoot. It actually locks onto the targets, but it focuses about 100. There's a laser focal distance here, so we can change that to, like, say 500, right? And it won't cross so early. But if we change it to like 50, okay, you will be able to see the lasers crisscross there. So I picked about 100. All right, and then it's gonna focal point on these spaceships. Okay, as we fly through. All right. Now, one thing it doesn't do right now is the target reticule stays in the center of the screen, but it does come back. So, like you can see here, all right, as you move the stick and you let go, it does return to the center. Okay, so let's have a look and see how that's accomplished. All right, so here's the relevant code right here. Shoot at reticule center. So what I do is I've stored the reticule. You'll see it right here, over here on this side. I've stored the target reticule game object, and so I do a array, screen points array to the reticule transform position x, position dot y, and 0. All right, and then I do a ray cast out to 1000. That's probably more than necessary. But the key to making this work is target layer mask. All right, so you do have to set up a layer mask, and you see right here, I have mine set to a layer called enemy. And then here's a little debug log. But I have the right laser and the left laser look at the target. All right, so they look at the hit collider as long as it's in the enemy layer mask. Otherwise, they look at a point that is a certain distance, that's this laser focal distance, away from the target, and then they look at that instead. Okay, and so that's how the lasers work off of that second button. Now, if we look up here, okay, I am targeting the horizontal axis and the vertical axis. And then what I'm doing is I'm just rounding. Oh, that's not necessary. There's a shake. I don't know if you guys saw it. But if we come back here, you can see as we move out to the side, you see how it shakes. I haven't figured out how to fix that yet. That's just the natural movement of the joystick. So I'd like to be able to figure out that. It's probably a smooth or something. But anyway, I'm taking the reticule origin. All right, so I save the reticule origin. I actually do that up here in start. I save the starting transform position of the crosshairs of the reticule. All right, and then we've got a max offset. That's this value right here, which determines how far away from center it can go. And then the X throw and Y throw, right? That's the percentage, because the axis goes from -1 to +1. So it's basically a percentage of the max offset, and then we add or subtract that from, as the Y throw is inverted, right? So anyway, that's how that works, and we process that after we process the regular controls like you learned in the Argon Assault class. So that was the big accomplishment today. So far is just making the little targeting reticule work. That was kind of fun, super cool, and of course then you can fly in here and blow stuff up, and always a good time, right? Always a good time. I totally realized, was previewing the video, that I said that these guys right here, all right, but I didn't show you what those were, okay? So that's up here, all right? We have the horizontal and the vertical target axis. This is I created properties, private properties, to encapsulate the string literals for the get axis. I didn't want to have to do a constant here. So I just created a property that points out to the cross-platform input manager get axis. Now I created these axes um, on the project settings input manager. Okay, so it was size was 18, so I increased the size to 20, and then that allowed me to create two more axes, the targeting horizontal, targeting vertical. What I did was I basically copied the settings off the horizontal, so it was 0, 0.19, and 1, joystick axis, and then get motion. So if we look at targeting horizontal, the horizontal switch, that right hand thumbstick is the third axis is the horizontal, and then the vertical is the fourth axis. Okay, which was wrong because I have a devlog here. This picture, so this picture was incorrect, and it's listed it as the sixth axis, but that's not right. So the horizontal on this right hand thumbstick is 3, the vertical is 4, and then this guy over here is 5, and this one over here is 6. Those are the trigger buttons. The trigger buttons have an axis because you have that degree of pressure that you can put on it, which is kind of cool. Anyway, so there was that, and then the other thing that I realized I didn't show you was the fact that I did set the lair on the enemy ships. So I have 4 enemy ships in the game right now. I did set the lair to enemy so that the targeting would work.